Hey YouTube, welcome back to Cassandra's Kitchen where I eat to live and not live to eat. Today I'm going to be making some roasted cabbage. I'm going to do them in some wedges, so if you're interested in seeing how I roast this cabbage, stay tuned and I'll show you. All right, so this is going to be really quick and easy. But what we want to do, because we're going to wedge the cabbage, we don't want to cut the core completely out, but we want to cut some of that off the bottom. And it's really kind of hard to do. So, but I just want to get that nasty, yucky piece off the bottom because we're going to, like I said, keep it wedged. So we don't want to get rid of the core. So once we do that, we want to cut it in. Oh, and before you do that, of course, you should know to wash your cabbage. Pull off any of the top layers that look beat up and nasty. You want to just cut those off and then, or peel those off, and then we'll go down and get started here. So we're going to try to get this cut down the middle. Okay. All right. So now we have two halves, and all we're going to do is now wedge it. And so that's why we want to keep the core in, so we can keep the leaves from coming apart. So I'm making mine pretty big. So see, we're just going to do all of these in wedges, and we want to get them into a dish. And then what you can do, if they're too big, you can cut them in half, but I'm keeping mine pretty big. This is actually a big head of cabbage. Okay. Whatever little pieces are left, just throw them down in there. Oh, wait a minute. That's a little brown piece down in there. Get that out. Okay. You want only the good parts in here. All right, this one cut. Cut these just a little bit smaller. In it too. Okay, I may need just a bigger dish. Let's see. I may not even need all of this because it's a lot of cabbage. Okay, a couple more pieces here. All right. This is the gist of it. Actually, I'm going to just take these two and put them in my smaller little dish. I'm going to do two. Put these together. Okay. Put this over to the side. And what we're going to do, I have some butter. I have a half a cup of melted plant-based butter. I have some black pepper. I have some garlic powder. And you can season it however you want to season it. This is just how I want to season mine. I have some spice seasoning, a little bit of smoked paprika, and towards the end, once the cabbage is pretty much done, like the last 10 minutes or so, I'm going to take it out, sprinkle some of the vegan feta cheese by Follow Your Heart on top, and then just let it sit back in there for about another 10 minutes. And that's going to be it for the cabbage. But what you want to do, you want to get your oil or your vegan butter. And I like to kind of open up some of the wedges here just to get that butter down in there really good. And of course, as it starts to cook, it's going to get all down in the pan anyway, but just to maybe just a little bit more butter. Okay, may put just a little bit more butter in there And then what we want to do is use our garlic. Actually, this is a new thing of garlic. One moment. Forgot I hadn't used this one. I would have had it open. Garlic sprinkled on here. There we go. Then we're going to get some of the smoked paprika. Try to get it on these sides a bit better. Okay. Then we're going to use a little pinch of the spice seasoning. This is just a bunch of herbs already mixed together. But I'm not going to put any, or you can use salt. You can use a little bit of pink salt, but this doesn't have very much sodium in it. So I'm going to put a little bit of that. Okay. And last but not least, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of black pepper. And now cabbage typically makes its own water, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to get just a little bit of water here. Just enough to coat the very bottom of the pan, my glass dish, so it can steam it and allow the cabbage to really get a good tenderness to it. Then what you want to do, you want to cover this. Now, y'all know, me personally, I don't really use foil to cook in, but to cover this, I think you'll be okay as long as it's not on your food. Or if you have a lid, you can put the lid on it. So, but I'm going to get this in the oven for about 30 minutes. And once this is almost done, I'm going to bring it out, make sure it's tender, and then I'm going to put the feta cheese on there, put it back in there, probably let it cook uncovered for about another 5 minutes or so, just to see the cheese. However, it browns a little bit, take it out. That's all you're gonna do to have your roasted cabbage. So I'll let you see what it looks like once it comes out of the oven. Oh, my oven, I have it set to 400. So 400 degrees, depending on your oven, you may do 375, but I want this to really get good and tender and cooked. So I'm gonna use my oven at 400. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, so here's our cabbage. It's been cooking for an hour. I actually had to put it back in for another 30 minutes because it was nowhere near to the tenderness that I wanted it to be. It was a little more crisp, crunchy, and I like my cabbage to be real good and tender. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna leave it in there for about another 5 minutes or so, but we're gonna sprinkle some feta. This is just the feta cheese. We're gonna sprinkle on there. I will just go ahead and use all of that. Saving it a little bit in the refrigerator, and then just kind of move it around here. And this is optional, of course. If you don't want the feta, this is good without it. But this is just the last little step. I'm gonna leave it in there uncovered for about another 10 minutes, and it'll be done. And we'll let you see what it tastes like. Okay, guys, so here we have it, our roasted cabbage. It looks delicious. I would say it's tender. It's good. It's sitting in that juice down in there from that butter and all those seasonings. The feta cheese, of course, has actually kind of melted down in there. You can see some of it. I was trying to get it to brown the feta cheese, but it really didn't brown it like I wanted to. But here you have it. Is the actual roasted cabbage. And what you can do, let me get a spoon. This is what I always like to do. Let me see. Spoon. Just get a nice spoon here. This is hot, so let me get some of the juice and just pour that nice juice, all that flavor. Just keep it basting it, making sure all your pieces are good and just juicy. That's all you have to do. But that's it, guys. Roasted cabbage. And next thing, I'll let you guys see what it tastes like. All right, guys, there you have it. Simple, easy, roasted cabbage. Oh my gosh, it is just bursting with flavor. I just tasted a little bit, but of course that's my opinion. So, but I'm gonna let y'all hear it from the one and only Mr. Coleman.
Yes.
Can I have your assistance?
Yes, you may.
Come on over here. So this is the old roasted cabbage we used to do, with the exception because we used to make this for barbecues and stuff out. But what we used to do is put, remember, the bacon on there.
Yes, yes. Oh my God, the bacon, y'all. Well,
so I substituted the bacon for the feta, the vegan feta. I said I was gonna try to be a little bit creative.
Not
just
the
to
same.
You don't know. You haven't tasted it.
I know.
Yet.
I'm just saying, but the bacon gives it that, you know, that smoky flavor, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. The bacon flavor.
You just get so my
but
nerves.
no, I love cabbage anyway without the bacon. Seriously, to be honest. Yeah.
He gets on my nerves sometimes.
That's really good.
I love it. But yeah, so without the bacon, this is the traditional roasted cabbage. And my wedges didn't turn out as wedgy as I wanted them to. It was a really kind of awkward cabbage that I had. And usually he helps cut it, but I was doing it on camera by myself. So he was like, I was like, you're supposed to cut it in half, then cut that in half, then cut those in fours. But I didn't do it like that. So, but what do you, did I hear a
Yeah.
Is it good? And don't burn your tongue.
I ain't gonna burn my tongue. Because
I got a little, I was like, ooh, that's kind of hot. The flavor of the roasted, just with the garlic and all those seasonings.
I'll tell y'all something. The flavors there with the garlic and the vegan feta cheese, y'all. Good God Almighty, y'all. I'm telling y'all.
It's good.
You won't be disappointed. I mean, this is really good. I mean, I love cabbage anyway, but the way that she changed us, like she said, we used to eat it with bacon, but now.
Just healthy. No. It's still good.
Yeah.
It's just a healthier version of it. Vegan butter instead of the real butter we used to use.
Yeah.
And then you could use olive oil as well. If you're not a big fan of vegan butter, you can drizzle it with some olive oil and do the same thing.
Right.
Whew.
And you won't be disappointed, y'all. We've been on the grill. We've been on in
y'all.
The oven.
We over here hot.
Yeah.
My oven. I had this oven on. I'm over here sweating. I looked at him. He's sweating. I said, I know I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But that's because we actually are gonna pair this with some Southern style fried potatoes, which I'll have a video of that as well, along with some sausage links. I did the Beyond brats, and I have a really good way I cook those. That's not on the package, that they turn out really, really good. So that's what we're gonna pair this with tonight. So guys, if you try the cabbage, because he's gonna keep eating it, right?
Well, I'm good. I'm good, babe. Yeah.
No, I'm hot too.
It's really good.
If you try it and you like the grilled cabbage, you know what to do.
Give me a thumbs up.
Give me a thumbs up. And of course, share the video.
Yes, please.
And if you haven't already subscribed to Cassandra's Kitchen, subscribe. What are you waiting for? And until next time, from Cassandra's Kitchens to yours. We love you guys.
Love you. Peace, y'all.
Peace. Bye-bye now.
Bye.